Hey y'all, welcome in. Welcome in, guys. If you are new or just passing through to my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. I may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the past, present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate. Leave everything else behind. If you would like a personal, more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. And I invite you to join me for a session. Please be aware that not every single reading, I'm not talking about the same person every single time. Hell, I might not even be talking about your story. You can always go back into my archives. Maybe 6 to 8 months. You could potentially find some readings back there that resonate more for you now, as my readings do tend to reach out into the future just a little bit sometimes. All right, so I've been shuffling this deck up really good. Before I got on camera, shuffling it really good while I'm on camera with you. Let's get started and see what Spirit wants to talk about. Oh, I think you got somebody here who's upset because you're happy. It kind of feels like what it feels like somebody wanted you to be feeling kind of funky, right? And that's not what's really happening, and that's not what they're witnessing. I feel like not only are I heard you're in good company. So not only are you in good company, whoever I'm talking to today, child, if you ain't around nobody and you're not in good company, I don't want to hear about it in the comments, okay? But it feels like you're in an environment where you're being supported emotionally, whether you are around people or whether you're just, kind of by yourself chilling, but you're being emotionally supported by like your spirit team, God, your connection with God. But somebody's really upset, like really upset, because that's not what they wanted for you. You know, it's funny. I'm gonna pull these cards back because before I went on camera, I was playing with my tea leaf deck. I don't really use it that often. I'm just sitting here. I got like 50 decks sitting across my desk. Well, no, actually I have more than that because now I got stacks everywhere. But anyway, I decided to grab my tea leaf deck and I shuffled some, and a few cards jumped out, and I got not unsuccessful plans, ladder, climbing towards success, and wreath, sorrow over a loss. And I really wasn't sure what to make of them, so I just put them back because I was like, maybe I won't. I'm just gonna leave these here. I was like, maybe I won't use this deck, and I'll just start with a different. I'll just grab a tarot deck and start with that, right? But I definitely feel like you have somebody here in your energy that is not happy because you're in a really good, like, I feel like you're in a space where you're being supported. Folks are celebrating you. You kind of come across as you don't have a care in the world, like not like you don't care about anything that's going on, but you don't have any like personal burdens that are weighing you down. Like you appear to be very like carefree. So that the fact that you're carefree is really upsetting somebody here. Oh yeah, it's upsetting them. It is upsetting them. Somebody is really shaken. And the thing about it is they're upset because I feel like they're upset because you chose to like move on and cultivate your, I don't want to use the word foundation because that's not really what this is about. This is not about your foundation. This is more about you focusing on your own stability. You're not really worried about how somebody else is doing or what somebody else is doing. You're like really, you've kind of directed all that energy that you would have poured onto other people. You've been pouring all that energy into yourself. We like it. Okay. This is giving me a whole lot of Your problems are not my problems. And somebody is feeling very unsettled by the fact that you are stable financially, emotionally, that you still have connections. This is what's funny to me, because this is the energy that I'm pulling off of this. It's kind of like, okay, I'll use a family dynamic as an example. Okay, so imagine you pull away from your family, and this could be relevant for a lot of people, right? You pull away from your family, and you got somebody in this family dynamic who genuinely kind of thinks like, this is a weird way of thinking, but it's almost like if you don't have the connection to your family, like you don't have nobody else, right? But what they're seeing or witnessing is that you have other connections that you have, created really solid bonds with. And these are people who, it's kind of like you created your own family dynamic away from your traditional family. So if you got friends, and colleagues and folks that you've been down with, folks that have been rocking with you for a really long time that maybe your family don't necessarily know about, or they don't necessarily have access to these people, so they don't really know what you got going on in your life. I think this person is really upset because you've kind of chosen to create a dynamic of family elsewhere. Okay. Um, I kind of have the impression that somebody, like, I don't necessarily feel like they're wanting to come towards you, but because I don't really have that here, but I do kind of get the impression that they're looking at, it's like looking at their life and how emotionally unsettled that they may be, and then looking at how you're being celebrated and you are, you're stable. You might even be like creating, you might be in a position where you're creating generational wealth for yourself as well. So I do kind of feel like somebody here may be coming up with some kind of bright idea. Coming up with a bright idea. It's connected to your stability though. Either either the source of your stability, which is your resources. Somebody is like somebody unsuccessful plans. I do feel like somebody here has maybe come up with a plan or some kind of bright idea, but again, it's attached to your finances because right now they're not happy in the position that they may be in right now. And this is definitely somebody that you've maybe pulled away from. Okay. Uh, okay, going back to that unsuccessful plan. Because here's the bright idea. I'm not happy. I should have actually recorded. I started to record with these 3 cards and I had grabbed another deck and I was like, oh, because when I looked at this ladder card, climbing towards success, when I first flipped it over, I heard easy street. So it's almost like whatever this failed plan is, they may have, whoever we're talking about may have thought that this plan was going to be easy. Nothing worked the way that they wanted it to based on the cards that I had previously pulled. But they came up with this bright idea to shoot themselves down easy street, and it wasn't as easy as what they thought it was going to be. Okay. Wasn't as easy as they thought it was going to be. Thank you. This makes so much sense. So somebody took action, got a bright idea, right? Took action. But again, okay. Wow, this is a lot. Okay. Because I see where their plan, I can kind of see where the plan fell apart. Because they went into this whole idea, whatever their plan was. They went into it with the wrong kind of like the wrong mindset. They went in heavily disillusioned by what they thought would get them some kind of, because I'm kind of feeling like what they were anticipating was some level of what's the word I'm looking for? Not notoriety. Yes, notoriety, but that's not really what they went after. If it was a money grab, for me, this looks like more of a money grab. Like they kind of went in, they thought like, hey, if I got this bright idea, let me let me run down this way, right? But in two places, it's almost like, I think this kind of piggybacks off of yesterday, because what this looks like is, I feel like somebody here may have been attempting to slow you down. Because remember, I said yesterday, somebody tried to create conditions to slow down the collective, or to put roadblocks and obstacles in your way to like slow you down, make you give up or whatever, right? Because we know that person thought that they could do you better than you can do you. Okay. But what I kind of feel like, as I'm reading it from top to bottom and bottom back up to the top, they didn't stop anything for you because you were able to pivot and keep on going, right? But what they're seeing now is they are hemmed up. They can't move. They can't move forward. And not only can they not move forward, they're not, it's like somebody here, and I wish I could remember the order of the cards that came out the first time. Hold on, let me see if I can find them, because I put them back. No. Ugh, I shuffled them too. Damn it. Okay. So the energy that I got from the very first cards that I pulled before I even went on camera, it was kind of like somebody looking at you and thinking, yeah, I can probably do that too, right? But they didn't realize, because collective, I believe that you have been largely moving in silence in a way where because here's the thing, and I can see this because I definitely see this for myself, because I know that this is what I've had to do. So maybe you had to go underground. I don't mean like physically underground, but like underground in a way where you had to kind of navigate certain avenues of whatever it is that you're doing in a way where you could still get the work accomplished. You could still, put your stuff out, but you do it in a way where other people may not necessarily see your process. They just see you, pop out and you got stuff, whatever you produce, right? This person thought that they could do that because they think that it has been easy for you. Like you just wake up in the morning and bing, you're doing whatever you do, right? But what they didn't see on the back end was the work that you put in to produce whatever it is that you are creating, right? So this person here, while they had this great idea, they weren't actually putting in the time or the effort that is necessary for it to actually develop into something, right? Your work is different because you actually take the time to, cross the T's, dot the I's. You're going over it with a fine-tooth comb because you want to make sure that what you're putting out is quality work, because the work that you put out, it's a representation of who you are. Okay. This person here is not happy because I think what they were, I'll use myself as an example. It's funny because I was talking to my husband about this the other day. I was like, some people really like attention and they want to be famous or whatever, right? So initially, when I started like really doing numbers on socials, I think I had up to like 28,000 followers on Twitter at one point. And it's significantly dropped, and I don't care, whatever. Um, but I had like 28,000 followers on Twitter, and it was kind of freaky to me because I'm like, damn, I have that many people that are like kind of paying attention to what I'm saying. I'm just talking like when I'm on Twitter, I'm largely just talking to myself. Other people happen to chime in if if it resonates and it moves them to, comment, then okay, great. But I'm basically kind of same thing with Threads. I'm kind of on Threads and Twitter. I'm just talking to myself. I'm thinking out loud. I'm just typing it up. I'm like, yeah, that's the message. The shoot it off. That's what's in my heart. And other people just happen to resonate with the information that I'm giving. Okay. Um, I look at all the numbers that I'm doing on TikTok and all the numbers that I'm doing on YouTube, and I appreciate all y'all for being here. Thank you. Um, but I don't let that shit get to my head because I realize I'm not doing it for fame. I'm not doing it for attention. I'm doing this, what I'm doing. I'm doing this because I'm here to get the message out. Like God put this on my heart to do. So I'm doing God's work. That's how I look at it. I'm not doing it for attention. I'm not doing it for fame. I actually had somebody in my comments. I don't even know where the comment was. I can't remember if it was on my channel or if it was on any one of my socials. And somebody had commented that they thought they saw me in the grocery store and had like a fangirl moment, but she wasn't really sure if it was me. And she identified the store. I looked at her social. Oh, actually, it may have been on like Instagram or something. I looked at her socials and then kind of, did my own little snooping or whatever. And then I recognized that she's local, like she's local. And so I was like, if you saw me and I had on XYZ and this color hat, absolutely that was me. But I recognized based on where she's from, oh, she's local. So for folks to have fanboy moments when they're dealing with me, I think one of the first people that I met, it was somebody that followed me on Twitter, and I met them in person a few years back, right as COVID was starting to happen. And this child had the biggest fanboy moment. He was so geeked to meet me. He was like, oh my God, it's Auntie. Like I was strangely kind of like, okay, I'm just me. I'm literally just Tam. I'm not somebody famous. I'm not doing this to be famous, but this person here, whoever this is, think that whatever this is that they were trying to do, I feel like they thought it was going to get them the attention, the applause, the fame of presence. I don't know. And they're kind of upset now because they thought that they were stopping you. They haven't been able to stop you, but what they have done based on the actions that they've taken, they've kind of put themselves in a position where they can no longer move forward. They can't move forward. And they're not getting what they want. They're not getting what they want. If they wanted the attention, they wanted the fame and the fortune, that's not what's happening. Yep. And literally all they can do is watch you from the outside. So you got somebody here who is, and now they are beside themselves. They're beside themselves because they didn't plan for this. This was not part of the plan. Now they're stuck because they don't know. Remember I said yesterday, I was like, maybe, you did something. You may have come up with a plan. You started to execute it and the shit didn't go the way that you wanted it to go. And then it kind of took you to the sunken place for a minute, right? You self-sabotage, you got stuck. Well, that's kind of where this person is now because this person hasn't been able to, what they're struggling with right now is, they're struggling trying to figure out where they went wrong. So they're still watching you. They're still watching you and they are not happy. They're not happy because number one, I feel like they're also not in a position where they can even come towards you. This person may not have the means to travel. They may not have a car. They may not, you could be at a distance. I mean, I don't necessarily have that, but they may not be able to come to you. I definitely get a sense here now that somebody's unhappy with the actions that they took. They thought that they knew what they were doing, and it's just not giving them, it's not giving them what they want. It's not giving them what they want. I see a lot of unhappiness. Tower. I'd like to see a lot of unhappiness. And so I said they were doing things to try to stop you. Their whole goal, I think, really was to stop you. To stop you from pursuing what you love. I love how this works. So I feel like this tower was not only, the tower is not only for them, but it also, if this tower was slightly like, you also had a tower moment, but your tower moment came when you saw that things weren't necessarily going in the way that you wanted it to go, or they just weren't, it just wasn't manifesting or turning into the vision that you may have had in your head, right? Tower. And while you were feeling like, okay, I'm not really, whatever this is, it's not making the money. It's not getting traction. It's not, it's not doing what it needs to do. Instead of you being in your feelings, because yes, you might have got into your feelings. Instead of being in your feelings, I said yesterday, it was kind of like God was like, hey, this ain't so bad. I'm redirecting you. The tower it's course correction. I'm just redirecting you. This road is not it. I actually have a better idea for you. I think you should go this way. But I don't want you to look at this thing and be sad that it didn't work, because I got a better plan for you. So I feel like, again, I said it a couple of readings ago, God makes that call to everybody. Not everybody chooses to pick up. I feel like now this person is in the very energy that they wanted you to be stuck in. They're stuck right now, kind of feeling some kind of way that the decisions that they made, the plans that they made, none of it's working out that way. It's not working out the way that they wanted it to. And God's trying to get this person's attention. Like, if you just took off this damn blindfold, I could actually show you the road to take to get you where you're going. But this person is very, very, very stubborn. Yeah. Very stubborn. Child, very stubborn. Again, we could be talking about a fixed sign, because the fixed signs they're stubborn. It ain't just Taurus. Don't y'all put that on Taurus all the time. Yes, Taurus can be stubborn, but Taurus ain't the only one. And so again, like I said, this person is not happy. They are not happy. They're not happy because none of this it's not working out. It's just a bunch of cards of unhappiness. It's a bunch of cards of unhappiness. Now, I will say this. I have somebody here. This person, I wasn't going to say it at first, because initially it didn't look like, somebody wanting to approach. Yeah, they do. But here's the thing. I also kind of get the impression that when this person tries to come back, number one, if there is an apology, it's an empty apology. Number two, I honestly don't think that this person has any genuine love for you. That's just the way I'm receiving this. It doesn't look like they have any real love for you. And if that's not the case, and this could also be your energy, maybe you no longer feel the same about this person. So even if they were to come towards you, you'd be like, no, I don't think so. Yeah, because even if this is them coming towards you, say if this is them coming towards you to try to reconcile and kumbaya, you're like, yeah, no, I don't. So that would absolutely be a tower for them, because no. All right. See, that's why the tower is here. So This person thought that they were getting over. I feel like they thought because I said yesterday, like they were trying to win at all costs, but what they got is they just didn't win, right? And that's here again. They didn't win. But the thing about this is that you needed to be able to move away from these people or this person. I'm getting family, but it doesn't have to be. But whoever this is that you moved away from, you may have intuitively kind of got a download or something about this person or about the situation that made you pull away. But here's the thing about you pulling away. Your distance actually allowed you to heal. Your distance allowed you to be able to kind of see these people or see this situation for what it is versus what you thought it was. And so if the energy, yes, thank you, Spirit. I love how you do this. So if you were dealing with somebody or somebodies who gave very little energy or effort to your connection and it always felt very confusing, the reason why is because this person didn't actually like feel like the embodiment of love that you would feel for somebody. They didn't actually have that. But I also see here this person also doesn't have, this person didn't operate in self-love either. Yes, look at you. It allows you to heal. Yes, it also allowed you to recognize too where, look at this. Okay. Yeah. So I feel like you pulling away from this situation, yes, it was a tower moment for them as well as you, because I honestly don't think that you foreshadowed, that you'd have to remove yourself from this environment. Okay. Um, oh, I'm seeing a lot here because I feel like here's some confusion, delusion. Maybe this, remember I said yesterday, I was like, it's almost like they wanted to keep you confused. They wanted you to be sad. Everything that they wanted for you is what's happening to them. And now it's almost like they do need help. I'm not even going to lie. Somebody out here does need help. But I feel like, oh, this message is for you. This card specifically. I think I said it like maybe 2 readings ago, 2 or 3 readings ago, where I mentioned how some of you may have these lingering feelings and energies about like these connections that you've walked away from, having an expectation of waiting for some kind of truth or waiting for some kind of an apology or waiting for something to be revealed or waiting for whatever you're waiting for as it relates to these people or another person, right? But it's almost like I don't want to move on. I'm like, yes, you're checked out and you're not really dealing with them, but some of y'all, somebody here is still not necessarily holding on, but you're almost like you're holding space for this person with an anticipation that they're going to come in and, maybe tell you whatever it is you want to hear or whatever this is, because you're waiting for something before you actually make that decision to be like, I'm done. Like I said, this part ain't for everybody, but there's someone, because I can see it. There's someone here that it's like, and what's in between, it's like either you're not necessarily giving energy to this situation, but you also haven't fully removed yourself. Again, I'm not talking to everybody, so I don't want to hear about it in the comments that I'm not talking to you. So if I'm not talking to you, don't talk to me. But I am talking to someone here who, like, your distance is the distance between you and this person is necessary. It has been necessary. It was necessary so that you could actually see what you were dealing with, so that you could actually see the difference between what you had versus what you have now. So if you have a network of people who actually fuck with you, who actually support you, who actually love you, and you compare that to the network of your family dynamic or whoever these people are, you can see a polar opposite difference of the people who actually celebrate you versus the folks that don't give two shits about you, right? But I have the energy here on my board where even though you don't have no love for these people or this person, you're still kind of holding space because you have maybe an expectation that something is going to happen. It's almost like, I think I mentioned this a few readings back too. It was at one point where I was waiting for like closure from a specific relationship. I was expecting some kind of an apology or acknowledgement even. And it never came and I never got it. I still haven't gotten it. You have to give yourself closure. Literally, you have to do that. Because if you don't, your ass will be holding your progress and you'll be in this stationary space where you're not moving any further ahead in your healing because you are holding the door open. Okay. So I think this is kind of the imagery that was in my head. I've actually talked about this, about 4 years ago. It was a theme in the collective back in like 2020 where we had, a bunch of people had made a decision to kind of move away from certain situations and environments, right? But we felt maybe overly confident that if we held space for these people and maybe put our foot in the door as we're walking out, we're putting our foot in the door so that these people can see the light. We're the light. They can see the light that's on the other side of the door. So the collective had their foot in the door. But if your foot's in the door, you're not actually moving forward. You're stationary because your foot is holding the door open. Instead of you grabbing a brick or something and holding the door open for them, you are holding the door open by you waiting for some kind of closure or an apology or for them to come and acknowledge what they've done or what they haven't done. You hold up your own healing, your own the work that you're supposed to be doing on yourself. You stall that progress by holding the door open for someone who is not even interested in coming along for the ride. They have no actual interest in healing, in doing any of the shadow work. They don't care about none of that shit. But because we are loving beings and we think that we can kumbaya with everybody, that's just not reality. And here I do have someone, and like I said, this ain't for everybody, but I have whoever I'm talking to today. There is someone on the board who is you're very close to being like completely detached, but you still got your foot in the door, kind of holding it open with an expectation that if I show them the light, then they would just come with me and we could just heal. But you can't do that for them. Did anybody hold the door open for you? Was somebody going, come on, come this way? Did they do that for you? Probably not. Okay. And I feel like instead of this being more of a battle between you and them, I feel like this is kind of, for somebody, it's kind of an internal battle, because on this side, I definitely see the love that you may have had in the past, that love does not exist anymore. That love does not exist anymore. And so if you really paid attention, if you're really paying attention, you can see just how little these people gave to you. So why are you trying to save them? Yeah. You're stalling your own healing. You're stalling your own healing for somebody, I want to say somebody who don't even like you. Listen. And this person, I am getting very strong maternal energy on this board. Now, I said over here, if you got somebody that wants to come towards you, like trying to pitch some, because I see it here. Here's an apology and here's an offer. Here's an offer. But let me tell you, whoever this person is, and if this is a maternal energy, this person has rejected you in the past. If you're waiting on some kind of an apology from this person, trust me, when they come towards you, it's not going to be the apology you think it is. This is an empty apology. And the only reason why they're coming towards you, child, I said it, is for these resources, for your stability, because they don't have it. They don't have it and they can't create it. So they're coming towards you, Empress. They're coming towards you. The devil card in this deck is called materialism. So there's that. And they're doing it in a way where I think, honestly, I feel like you're going to already, I think you're already going to know. You're going to know automatically. Because I feel like they're trying to come to you. I don't know how this person thinks that because the energy that I get off of this, it's almost like somebody trying to cloak their own energy, especially if you're really intuitive. If you are highly intuitive, this person they think that they have the ability to cloak their own energy. I think you're going to see right through it. And when I say cloak the energy, child, this person has a demon connected to them. This person has a whole ass demon connected to them. So I would be very, very careful. Yeah, this person don't have no intentions. They just want to come in with a whole bunch of lies. If you have, yes, no, absolutely not. If you have somebody trying to come towards you from, and this is specific to a family dynamic, if you have somebody coming towards you from your family that claims like, let's work it out, let's stop, beefing or whatever, child, don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. Because this person here, they have no intentions on trying to really build with you. They have no intention on doing any kind of work to build a foundation or rebuild the foundation to your relationship. Yeah, I really feel like they're just, even though their mouth may say, and it's with speaking with forked tongue, child, Ace of Swords in the reverse. They may come in here and say, okay, because I'm also getting a second energy. So say collective, you're doing pretty well. I feel like you're in a very stable place. You're doing very well. If somebody has the ability, because this almost feels like a congratulatory kind of energy, like somebody wanting to come in, like, okay, because what they see over here is they see that you're being celebrated by other people, but it's almost like because you're not being celebrated by your family or this group of people, whoever these people are, it almost feels like somebody wanting to come in to be like, trying to ride your coattail, like, oh yeah, I see, you've been doing big things. Let's celebrate, right? But literally the only reason why they're trying to come in is because they took some actions that got them all fucked up. They took some actions that got them all fucked up. They don't want to take any actual responsibility for the position that they're in. It's almost like they're just totally bypassing all of that. Like, I got a bright idea. I thought I could do this because I was really trying to go for, the attention, the fame, or whatever. This person wants all of that celebration, but they don't actually, like I said here, even down here, they don't want to actually do the work. They never have wanted to do the work like you have done to get you to the level wherever you are. Like whatever it is that you're doing, especially if you're a creative, this person They don't have no creative bones in their body. And even if they did, they get a bright idea. They don't really have they don't have like the know-how of how to execute the idea. Instead, they just go by what they think that this child, whoever this is, they don't know what the hell they're doing. And that's the reason why they're in the position that they're in right now. They're losing resources and they just want to come towards you because they're trying to, I've said it in a couple of readings. I'm like, they're pocket watching. This person's pocket watching. Because they see your independence. They see your stability and they want that. They want it, but they don't want to have to work for it. Listen, Judgment to the Two of Cups in the reverse, the Magician in the reverse, Justice in the reverse. Child, this person was trying to knock you off your block and stop your damn progress, and all it did was end the relationship between you and them. And all the burdens that they have that they've been trying to push off to you, oh no, this relationship is come to an end. This is done. This is done. They tried to manipulate you. They tried to manipulate the energy. They tried to create, an unfair dynamic for you, and you still shine. And the reason why is because you're following your North Node. You're following your North Node. You've been able to kind of like tie up loose ends, and you're not even really, I feel like you're not even really tripping off of this situation the way that they wanted you to. Child, you did it this whole thing. Yep, off you go. Okay, let's see. Where are we time-wise? Let's clarify. No. Give me 3. Thank you. I said it. I love these cards. So this person got a bright idea. They thought, and they were doing it for financial reasons. That was the goal. Their main motivation, they were chasing after the dollar. They were chasing after this dollar. Had no idea what they were doing. And now they can't do shit. What they wanted to be one. I think this person I honestly kind of get the impression that this person just wants attention. They want to be glorified and have people like bowing at, I don't know what this is. This is the weirdest energy, but whoever this is, they wanted people to like see them as this wise leader and somebody who could, this person's goofy. This person's goofy. Literally, God is making this person sit the hell down. And they can't move forward anymore. They can't move forward. Whoever this person is, it feels very much like they thought that they could I don't know. I kind of get the impression that this person thought that they could manifest something, or that they had the ability. It's like they thought they had the ability to do what you do, whatever that is. They thought that they had the ability to do what you do, but if you, because they were never committed to, like, so whatever this is that they've been chasing after, there's no actual commitment on their part to whatever this was. Like, I think I said this yesterday too. It was like they didn't have, there's no love for whatever it is that they're doing. You do what you do because you actually love it. You enjoy it. You get, there's some gratification. It comes, emotional gratification. It comes from doing whatever it is that you do. This person doesn't have that. So that's also another reason why the quality of the work product that they put out or whatever it is that they do, it doesn't hit the way that yours hits, because they don't actually know what the fuck they're doing. They don't even have a love for it, right? But I think another thing of why this has been unsuccessful is, I just said it. It's like maybe you went underground. So like if you were doing something and they could actually see what you were doing, then they tried to copy what you had, like the process. They tried to copy the work. Follow me. They tried to copy this, whatever it is. But they don't actually, they're not dedicated to it. They're very, they're kind of just, it's like literally somebody throwing some shit to the wall and just wanting to see what sticks, right? But the moment I feel like you moved away from this person or this situation so that you can focus on what it is that you do like behind closed doors or just in another way. Oh, this reading is going all over the place. I hope I'm not losing anybody because this definitely feels like you went, especially if you walked away from whatever you initially started. Remember when I said, like, maybe you started something, it didn't quite work the way that you wanted it to work. So God pivot you and moved you in a different direction. Okay, that's important to know in this part. Because what it feels like is like, because this for me feels like you making that exit. Like you decide, okay, I'm not focusing on this anymore because for you it didn't work, right? But this person, I said this like maybe 3 or 4 readings ago, where I was like, they may have taken whatever, like you have really good ideas. They may have taken one of your ideas and tried to monetize it. Like they gaslit you when you may have brought it up. I know I'm all over the place right now, but go with me. It's like you tell them the idea that you have, they gaslight the hell out of you and tell you that it would never work. And then you put a kibosh on it and you're like, okay, well, yeah, you're right. Maybe not, But then they try to take that same idea that you pitched or that you told them, and then they try to do it and they try to monetize it. It's kind of what this looks like. But you moved away from that. Like you say you started it and it didn't go quite the way that you expected it to. So you're like, okay, it's not really doing what I thought it was going to do anyway. So I'm going to move away from it, right? The moment you did that, it put a screeching halt on whatever this person was doing. Because because again, they were also kind of copying off of you. So if you go underground, they can't keep trying to do whatever it is that they're doing because they have nothing to copy. Are you following me? Yeah, this person don't have no bright eye. They don't have a connection to God, and that's the reason why they don't know what they're doing. So now these people are trying to see, I said, they're on the outside. And it's not just one person, it's a few people, because now that they're feeling like things aren't, they're on the outside here. I see these people, there's a few people here, they're trying to kind of put the pieces back together. They're trying to figure out how to fix this situation, or because they're already losing money or they've already lost money or whatever. I see people here trying to figure out how to put it all back together again, or how to fix it or correct it now that they went chasing after this money, following a fool. Child, they follow somebody, and I don't feel bad for these people either, because they follow somebody that they thought knew what they were doing, and this person don't know shit. This person doesn't know shit. I said, God makes that call to everyone. God made the call to this person. This person didn't want to answer. This person didn't want to answer. So now you were kind of forced. Yes. And that's why they're not happy. 10 of Cups in the reverse. They're not happy. These people thought that they were going after. They thought this was, I feel like whatever they thought they were doing, they thought it was going to give them everything they ever wanted. They thought they were going to be making money hand over fist. But when you realize that, okay, I'm putting my heart and soul into this, and it shit just ain't working. It ain't working. So let me stop. Let me rest. And it's not even so much putting a kibosh. You're just like, let me maybe redirect, right? I said the moment you did that, everything kind of fell apart for them. And now they may be buried under financial debt because of this bright idea that they decided to go after. Sorrow over a loss. Unsuccessful plans climbing towards success. Okay. Okay. Here's the thing. Whoever this person is, I feel like this is somebody who traditionally, I think this person is somebody who I think they have been used to, okay, this ain't for everybody. But I get the impression whoever this person is somebody that, generally speaking, in your life or your lifetime, that has been mostly, highly regarded. Somebody that people generally respected, is, usually the person that folks go to when they have a problem, or if they have a problem that they can't quite fix, they go to this person, right? But here's the thing. I also believe that this person, while they may have, some spiritual knowledge, they may have at one point been spiritual, or could have even been really religious. I feel like this person, the way that they view the world or the way that they see things, it's the word I heard was antiquated. So it almost gives me the energy of like somebody who's up there in age, who hasn't quite learned how to adapt to the change of times. Like, things have changed, I also get the impression too that you have somebody here. It's interesting because this moon card has the magician, the magician on it. And I kind of feel like this person thought, I'm getting a lot here. I kind of feel like this person always thought that they would kind of be in this position of authority. This card also gives me the energy of somebody who abuses the authority as well. So again, they take this energy of, folks respecting them and respecting who they are and respecting their knowledge and skills and, all of that. But I'm also seeing here too that the relationships that they forged, I think some of those relationships are coming undone because people are also recognizing that this person is not, they're maybe not as knowledgeable as they've kind of passed themselves on. And I also see this is clearly a relationship where you have, because I'm thinking, the way that I look at this too is almost like somebody here keeping it a secret. Like, if you parted ways from this person, and like I said yesterday, you chose yourself, and by number one, you chose yourself, and that was what you were supposed to do, because once you chose yourself, you actually recalibrated the scales. You actually, because I feel like whoever this person is, they always chose themselves while you chose them, and they also chose themselves. Here, I feel like the relationship, you may have been waiting for them to offer you their cup, and that offer never actually fucking came. So you chose yourself. You offered yourself the cup. That's what recalibrated the scales here. Yeah. That's what recalibrated the scales. You decided to become, I heard, like the master of your own destiny. Because I feel like this person, you may have even discovered that the person, yes, thank you, Spirit. I was like, where are we going? It feels like you finally made the choice to be, I heard, the director of your own show. Yeah. Yeah. I think you needed to get on the same page with yourself. But I think too, you also could see that this person was leading you. I want to say they were kind of leading you to nowhere. Now, I just got another download. But I also see here, by you choosing yourself, I feel like you may have also unthroned, is what I heard. You may have also unthroned this person. So this person has some kind of position of power, hierarchy in a family. So this person has a position of power, or had been in a position of power. But again, by you choosing yourself, because you were waiting for them to offer you their cup, but that never happened. That never happened. I'm thinking this person doesn't want other people to know. They didn't want other people to know that they didn't really know what they were doing. Yeah, look at that. I like this. This death card actually this actually feels really good, because by you, it's like they don't want people to actually know why you walked away, but I also feel like people are now beginning to see, number one, why you walked away, and they're also able to see that this person isn't really the authority that they portrayed themselves to be. Yeah. I also, oh yes. Okay, now the other people that are involved, because there were other people involved here, and I see it. I feel like there's other people who are involved that are very disappointed in their participation, especially if this person got other people to like slander you and talk shit and all that. They got other people involved, and now, like I said, these people are now seeing why you walked away from this person. They're recognizing that the information, or the information that this person is working with, is like old information. It's not even relevant or valid anymore. In 2025, it's not valid, or it's not valid. It means absolutely nothing in 2025. We'll just say it like that. Whoever this is, okay? Now, the people that were involved, they're feeling disappointed now, because there's nothing left there's literally, all 5 of these cups are spilled. There's nothing left in the cups. They have no other choice but to stand down and accept the fact that the relationship, the dynamic between you and them, has also ended because of their affiliation with this person. Yeah. They foolishly decided to come after an empress. They chose to come after the empress. And now they see it. They see that they also can see too that they were unable to actually stop you from doing whatever it is that you're trying to do. Okay. Now, I also have the energy here too. I feel like there may have been somebody trying to get away with, because this right here feels like theft. I said the motivation was money. This feels like theft in the past. And I said these people, I said there were other people here. So these are the people that were involved. There's definitely some theft here that may have occurred in the past. And I feel like, again, I said these people over here, they're actually seeing, because now they see you and they see this other person that they were dealing with. They see all this finance. Somebody's dealing with they're buried under financial debt. And I do have somebody here, the energy of somebody wanting to come towards you, but it feels very much like love bombing. Like, oh my God, I am so sorry. Yeah, I don't like this though. Because this feels like, even though it feels like this almost feels like an oxymoron. Because this feels like somebody wanting to come towards you, right, with an apology. But I said this apology feels much more like love bombing. But I feel like it's coming at the hands of these people who participated. So maybe the apology doesn't come from the actual person who's the ringleader, but more like from one of these people that they were dealing with that kind of worked with them. But you know what this feels like to me, though? It almost feels like somebody coming in too late. Like, don't come to me now and apologize after y'all have been playing in my energy, stealing from me, stealing my work, or stealing my money. Now you want to come to me and say, hey, let's work together. What? I'm so sorry. Child, no. Yeah, now because they're trying, somebody here is trying to avoid judgment. Child, they're so, okay, remember when I said up here, I was like, they're upset because now they're recognizing that the person that they were following really is not much of a leader at all. This person is an idiot. If you're cross watching, you're a whole fucking idiot. You didn't know what you was doing. You just wanted to be in control and be in charge. So you're in charge of all these people who are now I feel like, yeah, and they're dealing with financial struggles too. So it's literally everybody that's connected. Get this? Okay, hold on. The people that are all connected to this person, they're all dealing with the same shit. They're dealing with stress, they're dealing with anxiety, they're dealing with loss of income, depression, unhappiness. I said, God makes the call to everybody. Not everybody picks up the phone. You didn't pick up the phone, that's your problem. But now they want to come towards you trying to salvage the relationship or whatever, because they see that you actually know what the hell you're doing. They see that you know what you're doing. They were I think what really screwed, because I'm kind of thinking about the reading from yesterday, I think what really screwed them up was your ability to pivot. Again, not everybody can do that, but they're seeing how the person that they were dealing with is a whole ass fool. And I feel like I think you've put in all the effort and energy that you ever were going to put into the situation. You're not doing it anymore. You're not doing it anymore. I also get the impression. See, remember I said this while they're all these last few readings have really been connecting with one another, because they're just like a fault. It's just like we're just carrying on. We're just like part 3, part 4. Because I'm also kind of seeing here too. I hadn't actually considered this, but this here feels like, remember when I said yesterday, I was like, they were putting all these roadblocks in front of you. I also kind of get the impression too here, they may have, I said yesterday, I was like, maybe they were trying to create dynamics where, if if you're an entrepreneur, if you're an entrepreneur and you're doing your own thing, like they're throwing roadblocks in front of you so that, it would force you to go back into, regular 9 to 5 work or whatever. And if you're in a partnership, it's really important that your partner is very supportive of what you do, because if the finances, like, when you're a creative, child, that money is not, you're not getting a steady paycheck. So you have to be prepared. If you're a business owner, child, we don't talk about, this is not talked about enough, but we don't actually talk about the ups and downs of the financial struggle, because again, like I said, we don't do this for the money. We do it for the love of the craft, the art, whatever it is that you're doing. So it almost feels like here too, it feels like they were expecting as well. They were expecting it to even like take out your relationship. If you are in a partner, if you're in a committed partnership, I also can see here too where there's the energy of like they were hoping that the money would be so slow to come in, or that it would create like this ripple, that it would create some disharmony between you and your partner and potentially break y'all up over money, because that's one of the leading reasons for divorce, money, right? I can see that here as well too. Wow. I said you answered the call. God put all kind of options in front of you. You answered the call. Yes. So you answered the call. This fool, whole ass fool over here, stressed out about money. All because they was trying to take you out. They were a little bit overzealous, and now they can't move forward. Okay, so you answered the call, and that's the reason why, as I'm looking at the rest of these cards, they were kind of hoping. See, like, this is what they didn't see. They didn't. This is what this person does not understand. This person does not understand. They don't understand your connection with God. That's really what this boils down to. They don't understand. If you had been in a sunken place, God was the one that pulled you out of that. They just didn't plan for this. And they're so confused because you pulled yourself out of that hole. You pulled yourself out of the hole. A hole that, number one, they helped put you in. They had some hand in it. Maybe not directly, but indirectly. They had some hand in it. They created like an environment or situation where you really had to get serious about what you wanted to do with your life. But when God reached out and you said, okay, you said, okay. And this person, and what they don't realize is that they may have spread all kind of rumors and lies about you. They talked about your character, then called you lazy, and said you're an emotional wreck. They did not expect that you would recover. And you did. And now that you have recovered, they don't have no choice but to just sit back and watch you, because you're not coming to their aid. Not at all. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Baby, let me tell you, it was a matter of time. Everything is revealed in time. Not our timing, but God's timing. Everything. All of your, and here's the thing, because things are now coming into a closer focus, things are being illuminated. Somebody is becoming unglued, because you've reached a level of success and achievement that they never expected you to do. And I'm not saying, when I say achievement or just, level of achievement, that level of achievement is that's, I want to say that's like your own goals, you reaching certain goals. They never saw that. And now that it's being seen that you're actually reaching your goals, child, this person is becoming unhinged, ungrounded, because they are seen. They're what's being seen. Failures in the reverse. Soul's in the upright. Sun is in the upright. People are seeing your success. This person was talking all this shit about you, but folks can actually see. They see you. And now this person is steadily trying to hold on to you, and they're only trying to hold on to you because of the level of success that you've reached, whatever that level is. Whatever that level is for yourself. Now they don't want to hold on. They don't want to let go of you. They want to shut you up. They want you to shut up. That's one thing. They want you to shut up. If you out here spreading the word, you out here telling business, they want you to shut up because they realize that especially if you have a public platform. If you have a public platform, something that you're saying or doing is global. Child, they want you to shut up. They want you to shut up. You talk too much. Yeah, see, here's the thing. You weren't afraid to grow. They've been trying to hide that shit, and they are beside themselves. They are terribly, terribly emotional, and they are fighting hard. I really feel like they've been trying to hide you. They've been trying to hide, like, if you shine brightly, child, they've been trying to dim your light for a long time. They are not trying to let you go. Because release is in the reverse. They don't want to let you go. But the cycle is over. The cycle is done. Somebody send a memo because somebody don't know. Yeah. And intuitively, I think this person also is aware. Yes. Intuitively, this person also knows. Remember I said yesterday, I was like, something is very significant about the last 12 months. I still have that energy here. This connection between you and this person or these people is toxic. And I think that was part of the reason why you started to kind of move the way that you did. Wealth in the reverse. So somebody here is either losing. Remember, I've always said we are all gifted with intuition. I feel like this person's been stripped, or they're losing finances. They could potentially be losing resources because of something that they've been trying to hide that they've done within the last year. Last card out, death. Okay. Let's grab some index cards. I don't know if I'm going to do a extended for this one because I have got to get ready for my own Valentine's shenanigans. We don't actually celebrate, like I said, so I'm making dinner for my family because they are my loves. You have a friend of me out here that low-key hates you. They're a con artist. Some of these lies are coming to the surface. Person could be a father, and baby daddy is out here again. So we got father and baby daddy. You have an aunt that may be of significance. Somebody's offer is a distraction. Now we have mother out here. So the mother, you got mother and father. The mother is underneath the lies coming to the surface, the offer being a distraction and a con artist. Somebody's acting like a victim. So the mother and the father could be acting like victims. Liar. Your baby daddy or the father could be a liar. Somebody is unreliable, undependable, unemployed, and lazy. Somebody has karmic debt to pay. Somebody made foolish mistakes. Spirit will humble them. Somebody did something for financial gain. I said that. Archangel Chamuel is out here for unconditional love and non-judgmental love. Somebody wanted to keep you second guessing. Collective, we are no longer afraid. But somebody is afraid of getting caught. And afraid of potential homelessness. Somebody's sending negative vibes, energy, or black magic. These are fated events. So everything that's happening, it's happening because it's supposed to. And it's happening exactly the way it's supposed to. You're better off without them. Aries could be of significance. Somebody's ulterior motives are being revealed. Somebody needs a lawyer. Somebody's immature and stuck in the past. Ooh. The month of December could be of significance. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Capricorn. Somebody's confidence is soaring. You are no longer afraid. I said that out here. No, but you're no longer afraid. And somebody's been trying to impersonate you to ruin your reputation. The bottom of the deck, I have Aquarius. Somebody says, I don't know how you do it. Somebody may be suffering from bad health. And you have somebody here that knew the entire time that you were dealing with a traitor. But they're also a traitor too. So there's that. All right, let's get a Chinese 5 elements card before we wrap. Again, thank you so much for all the likes, shares, subscribes, tips, and donations. Today is the last day for the Road to 10,000 giveaway. So if you haven't already entered that giveaway, go look for the video and make the comment in the comment section, because I'm going to choose that winner tonight, or I say 11:59, but my ass be asleep. So I'm going to choose in the morning when I wake up, and I'll announce the winner tomorrow morning. Wood rat, aligned with your purpose. All right. Everything is as it should be with heaven and earth in alignment in the wood rat pillar. Know that you are more than ready for the journey ahead. Your knowledge and skills will take you far. Keep learning to enrich your resources. The water element of the rat is the earthly frequency that supports the yang wood in the heavenly frequency, creating a continuous cycle of growth. Adopt a beginner's mind to fully experience what's waiting for you on the other side. The wood element of expansion supports a long-term vision and a growth mindset. Where do you see yourself in 5 years and maybe 10 years from now? Like a tree, yang wood doesn't grow tall overnight, but keeps reaching higher as the years go by. See each progress, no matter how small, as a stepping stone towards something greater. In the spirit of the rat, the yang water sign associated with oceans and the seas, keep your eye on the horizon and your imagination far into the future. Take another step towards your dream and jump in. Don't overthink it. Very coded to Pisces North Node and Virgo South Node. I love it. All right, guys. I hope that this resonated for you. Please give the video a thumbs up if any parts of this resonated for you or gave you clarity or confirmation over your own story and situation. Again, if you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your story, all of my information is below in the description box. I invite you to join me for a session. Thank you guys again so much for supporting my work, supporting each other in these comments, because I know these stories are crazy, because the folks that we've been dealing with are crazy as hell. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Whatever it is that you're doing, I'm so glad it's not raining anymore. So I hope you guys are having an amazing day. And again, if you are not partnered, love on yourself, because that's the best way that you can show other people how you need to be loved. I love you guys. Till next time. Take care.